Hey, it's Jeremy Glowacki at InfoComm 2026 in Vegas, and I'm at the Draper booth. Draper is one of these Hoosier companies that I know and love because I'm a Hoosier. And I'm with Joe, and we're going to talk about a screen that we gave an award to. It's the ultimate Folding Screen Lite.
Correct, yeah.
It's a lot of words to kind of put together, but tell our audience what makes this a good option for folks who need a screen that's mobile, maybe easier to set up.
Yeah, I mean, I think folding screens have been in the industry for a very long time. But they come in multiple pieces. Typically, people are going a bit bigger. When you're on the smaller side, most companies historically have used tripod screens. Yeah. Tripods are a little bit difficult because they're quite long. You can't really fold them down. They don't always fit in the car the way you want them to. If you're mobile, or if you stack them upright, they can get a little bit damaged. They're just a little bit difficult to work with. And we come up with this idea because we were using it to just demo some of our surfaces, and people saw them were like, that would be a really handy thing to have because it's easy to set up. It's one main frame with one surface, or a rear surface if you prefer. And so we started to design this idea, and we wanted it to be lightweight, easy to install. People couldn't lose legs, lose parts, things like that. Making sure that it was lightweight. It could slide on carpets well, so it could be used in hotels and conference centers, schools if they want somewhere temporary. That's just easy to use. Okay. And that's what we've been able to come up with. So you have everything that can literally fold into a case then, and to move it around, and then the screen itself rolls or folds, or what's the screen surface? On that side, what we decided to do, so basically it does all fold down. It folds down into this case here, just to my right. The frame goes in there. You can put the skirt in there with it. Okay. There's a two-section lid as well, where you can put two surfaces in. So if you wanted a front surface and a rear surface, you could. We wanted it to be able to fold down small and compact, fit into that box there. For those that want to fold the material, they can, and it can live in the lid. However, sometimes people want to keep their surface a little bit cleaner and wrinkle-free. We also have a tube system that they can then use, where you slide the tube over the top. It has some material for it to lay on. You can then roll it up on the core, put it into, again, a tube bag, then as an accessory to go with that screen as well. So for those that want that sort of flexibility and freedom, but have that nice clean look, that also does allow you to potentially use it with other materials as well, because some materials don't like to be folded. Usual materials do, your front projection, your rear projection, they're common, but hey, you may find you want to branch out a little bit and look for something that has maybe a bit more performance, things like that.
And are we talking a standard size screen here? Is there one size, or do we have multiple?
So we're going to do three sizes on this particular system. So that'll be 6 foot, 8 foot, and 9 foot wide. We wanted to keep it in that realm because it's as a single piece, that's going to be the best from a structural standpoint. Anything bigger, we would then look to use a normal sort of traditional system. But one of the cool things about this product in that development is we took the opportunity to upgrade certain components and parts. And then because we've done that and we've been able to deliver this really cool, fantastic product, we're going to see those improvements actually transfer to the normal folding screen as well. So we'll see that elevate as well. So we tried to incorporate as much as we can in this nice little package, but we'll see other improvements in other areas.
Well, that's the great thing about Draper as a company. You really have an integrated system within your operation there, where you're doing it in-house, and you can make these changes with the materials and engineering and all that. It's not outsourced somewhere else where you're having to go.
No, I mean, everything we make is all made in-house. I mean, we bring in the extrusion, and then everything else is cut and assembled and put together exactly how we need it. Like you said, in Hoosiers land, in Indiana. Well, actually, I do live in Indiana. I'm not from there. But
you
I live
don't
in
sound
Indiana.
like it.
Exactly. People in Spiceland don't sound like me. But I do live there, and we have, I think it's like 750 employees that work at Draper. We hire from all the local towns. These are made by people. These are made by Americans. And they work hard, and they have a lot of pride in what they do. And so it has that little touch that most companies don't have. Where you're importing it and it's coming from other areas. So that's a real privilege. And then, like you said, we can we could take feedback. We can take guidelines from other people. We are more in control. So when somebody said, like, one of the features on here is a slightly light, height adjustable leg, we can add features like that. They wanted to roll it on the carpet, so it has these very nice little feet on the bottom, so it will glide across. These are things we can have those conversations with our own engineers to deliver to the market. So yeah, being homegrown is actually a blessing, I think. And we were just talking, actually, Draper's been around since 1902.
Yeah,
Probably one of the longest standing companies out there, and next year will actually be 125 years as a company, but 70 years of us being in AV.
Wow.
So, you know, a great achievement being around everybody. So next year there might be a bit extra celebrations and things. But again, being a homegrown, family-run business, there's not many out there like that.
No, definitely not. Well, thanks, Joe. Really good talking to you.
No problem at all.
Thank
Thank you.
Overview.